Yo YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the best STG class in Warzone for you guys. Sit back, relax. We're going to be breaking down the attachment, showing you guys exactly why I believe this is one of the best guns in the game. Now I do know it got nerfed recently. I actually was supposed to make this video a couple of days ago, maybe like a week or two, and I just didn't quite get a chance to do it, but we still tried this class out and I still believe it's a really strong, really good assault rifle. So I want you guys to test it out yourself. So in terms of the actual class setup that we're using, I actually tried a few different ones and I'm not gonna lie, I ended up going back to Biffle's class. So normally what I like to do is when I'm looking at builds is I like to test other big streamers class out, go from there and try a few different ones and just see what I kind of like, because I feel like I like having a good basis, but I don't want to just copy their classes. I want to actually see for myself what the best class is. And most of the time when you watch big streamers, you're like, oh, no recoil class. And I teach this by everything, right? Now, if you're a good player like they are, they're going to be able to control the recoil. So when they say that, I kind of take that with a pinch of salt and say, can I actually control the recoil as well as them? And most of the time with the weapon, they're just not as strong as they make it out, right? Obviously, I know some people use VPN lobbies and whatever. We're not getting into that. But the point is, like, they could pub stomp in any lobby because they're that good. But then when I watch someone like Biffle, obviously, I know, you know, he's top pro. I'm like, all right, let me see how good his class is. And honestly, I was really happy with this build. I feel like most of the time in Warzone, it depends what kind of meta you're running and stuff, but especially for like Warzone ranked, having like a real solid assault rifle for me is really important. Like, I feel like for the SMGs, I've been using the static. It's really good, really fun, like up close and personal. But that STG for me, it's not only does it beam at medium range, the fact that it can absolutely beam at long range was everything for me. So it started off with the barrel. You can see on the right there, we got like the Heinrich to 70, I believe. Then we have the muzzle, we have the quartermaster suppressor. Then we go for the Jack glassless. Then we go for the DR combo stock and the 50 round drum. I don't actually have all the stats of the attachments on me right now because I'm not on my gaming PC, so I'm only using my other PC right now. So what I thought would be better is just kind of go through some gameplay, show you guys some highlights we got with the weapon, maybe break down some certain things, show you guys why I play the way I did with a certain weapon. If you guys like this style, another one, again, I watched a lot of content creators, you know, years ago when I used to watch Warzone. I don't really watch it as much anymore, but I used to not like the fact that the loadie wasn't really the main focus. Whenever I watch creators, I felt like they would have the gameplay and then kind of have the loadout at the end, which I guess is a good thing. But for me personally, I wanted to do a little bit different. I wanted to kind of do my own spin on it. So let me know, do you guys like this style where we go through gameplay, maybe break it down a little bit and we have the loadie on the screen straight away? So if you guys don't even care about what I'm saying, you can screenshot the loadie, try it out. That's absolutely fine. If you guys want to know more about the weapon, the strengths, the weaknesses, then, you know, we'll go through it now. Let me know if you guys like this style or do you just want normal gameplay. Let me know. I'm happy to help you guys out. But yeah, let's go through it in terms of let's start with the strengths. Start with some strengths of the weapon. The first strength I will say is the recoil. Like, how easy his weapon was to control for me was insane. Like I said earlier, like I see so many people say, oh, no recoil build, no recoil build. No, this physically felt unbelievable. One thing I would say, a bit of advice from me, is when I was shooting the weapons, I like to shoot in a bit of bursts. So you'll notice, like right now as we shoot, you see how we're kind of stopping. It's because it allows us to control the recoil a bit more, especially that long range. So I felt like with this weapon specifically, because it didn't have a really fast fire rate, I would hit a few shots and stop and then hit a few more shots, and I felt it really worked well with this weapon. Some weapons it works really well with, some not as much, but for this weapon I think you're seeing it here perfectly. We're shooting in bursts, and it wasn't even too slow. That's another strength for me. I would say the mobility, considering it's a kind of heavy hitting AR, right, with 50 bullets AR, I felt very confident moving around the map. I remember like old metas when we have like LMGs, right, or even I've got another video coming out with the TAC Eradicator. That's a really good weapon, but it just feels a little bit clunky compared to the STG. For me, the STG, you could really run around, and you're seeing it now. We're just taking people apart, we're beaming them left, right and center, and it really is a strong weapon. I actually don't know if there's any like noticeable negatives or cons. I'm trying to think of some, but like even watching this gameplay back, I was very surprised with the damage that this gun really dealt. I just feel like it kind of has everything as a main AR. I don't know, honestly I can't think of any negatives right now. I'm gonna have to give this like a high, like 9 on my ratings. I was really impressed with it. I really was. There's gonna be certain weapons I use and I'm just not gonna be impressed with, and again, I'm not trying to sell you guys any loadies. I'm gonna be honest with you guys and explain how I like the builds, whether I like them or not. So I will always give you guys my honest opinion, and for this build there was no complaints. I did try a few different builds. One build I did see kind of floating around was with the iron sight. I guess that is one negative. I wasn't a fan of the iron sight. Again, comparing it to like the TAC Eradicator, the good thing about the TAC Eradicator is because it's I really like the iron sight on that weapon, you actually save another attachment. So I guess that's one benefit. Maybe a drawback you could say for the STG is you do need like a glassless sight, but I think the glassless is really good with recoil as well. So for me, it kind of helped in that regards. In terms of the 50 round mag, that's something I always play around with, because I wish, you know, not wish, but if I don't need to use it, I find it a lot more beneficial, because then you get more attachments over your weapon. Sorry, I think it cut off there, but we'll carry on. But yeah, what I was trying to say is, like, I can't remember exactly what bit I got to, but yeah, in terms of the 50 round mag, I feel like that's something that we could be a little bit more flexible with. If you guys find like a 50 round mag is maybe not to your suiting, I would recommend, I can't remember if there's a 40 round mag on this. I don't know if there's a 40 round mag from my memory. I can't speak English. I honestly can't remember if there's a 40 round mag, but we'll end it there anyways. But another thing I would say is just the way I was using this weapon, again, was like a traditional assault rifle, which felt kind of nice, because a lot of the assault rifles I normally kind of play around with are like faster builds. But this one, I'm actually using it as a primary, actually using it as a longer range assault rifle. And then whenever I was up close and personal, I was getting the SMG out, and it felt good. It felt good having like a beam of a weapon, nice to move around, kind of mobile, and it felt really, really good using this STG. But let me know what you guys think. You guys enjoying the STG? Do you guys use anything else right now? I know there's a few new meta weapons, but this kind of sums it up perfectly. The way I was using it was more like this. I was trying to get into like power positions and kind of just from there be as impactful as possible. I felt like the range on this, the bullet velocity, everything really lent towards that medium to long range. And I think right there, that last kill, I want to end it on that, because for me, this is the pinnacle of the STG. This is exactly how I like to use it, and I found the most success with. Look, so you see right now, we mount the weapon, we go through, and look how strong this is. Like, we shoot in bursts, and we just fry him. Like, this distance isn't very close. Like, this is a decent bit of distance, so it was really good being able to fry him from there. And yeah, YouTube, hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, if you guys like this setup, let me know. So with the layout, you got the weapon on the top right, you got, you know, the attachments as well. Let me know if you guys like this. Do you want to see me go through a deep dive of each attachment? I'm kind of new to the attachment and the class setup game. I normally do more educational style commentary, so let me know how you guys like this style. It's gonna be different to other YouTubers. I want to be kind of unique in my own way, so let me know what you guys want to see. YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like, it helps out massively, and I will catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.